The Grinch leak is alive! The Grinch leak is dead. Oh well, maybe we can be surprised by the last few reveals. Oh, that was underwhelming. I hope there's DLC. Oh, thank goodness, now I have an excuse to make a video again. Wait, there's a free bonus if you get the game early enough? This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And I can't wait to play as it. Hello, fellow gamers. So yeah, that direct was interesting, to say the least. All in all, I can't wait for this game, and I can't wait to see who they decide on for DLC. But why not pull out my crystal ball once again and try predicting who these 5 characters are and what stages we'll get with them. I'm not going to try predicting the music because we don't know how many tracks we're getting from each. So with that being said, here are the 5 characters and stages I think we're getting for DLC in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Minecraft Steve. Virgin has stated that Minecraft will be represented in some form in Smash Ultimate, and we have yet to see how. His source said it could be as an assist trophy, stage, item, or possibly a fighter. According to Virgin's colleague over on Reddit, it's absolutely a fighter, stage, and some music. Although Virgin has yet to hear this info himself, he wouldn't be surprised if this was the case. I think having Minecraft Steve as a fighter would be pretty cool, and I think he could provide a very interesting playstyle. He would also open the door for other Microsoft characters and possibly other indie game characters. As for a stage, Overworld feels like an easy pick, but I'm sure you could make it interesting by incorporating a day and night cycle to allow for enemies to spawn during the night. That would make for a cool stage. Geno. Yes, this exists. However, in Smash 4, both Mewtwo and Lucas were put in the game as trophies before they were shown off as DLC. The same could be applied to Geno, especially since his Mii Fighter costume has apparently been removed, and fighter spirits exist. Not only that, but you also have the fact that the Square Enix rep was meant to be in the main game. The idea of putting in Sora back in 2015 wouldn't have made sense, and Dragon Quest was a relatively quiet series at the time. Plus, we have 15 months after Smash releases for potential reveals. 15 divided by 5 is 3, which means that it's likely that we'll know what each DLC pack contains every 3 months or so. It just so happens that according to Virgin, the Square Enix rep will be the first character for DLC. And while Piranha Plant is a funny character, it would make sense for them to release another Mario character alongside him in February, the 3rd month after Smash's release, like Geno. So don't worry, Geno fans, he's probably still getting in. As for his stage, we know it has to be Forest Maze, but since he's a Mario character, I suppose we could see the return of Rainbow Road 3DS as well. Catalina. I'll be honest, I've never heard of this character in my life, nor have I ever heard of Grand Blue Fantasy. But it's a big possibility that this character is getting in, and we're just gonna have to accept that. Just kidding. This is something I don't actually believe is going to happen. After all, the DLC has to sell, and I highly doubt many people will buy this character for the simple reason that they don't know who she is. So, with that being said, here is actually my 3rd pick, Rayman. Now, Rayman has a lot going for him. Let's state the obvious. He was a trophy in Smash 4, and so was Globob. You know who else was a trophy in Smash 4? Ken. So, Rayman had a trophy in Smash 4, big deal, but we also have to acknowledge the fact that Ubisoft and Nintendo have been on great terms as of late. Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle, Star Fox Battle for Atlas, and now we even have Rabid Spirits in Smash Ultimate. As for Rayman as a fighter, he does so much just in Origins and Legends that those could be his standard attacks, and you could either incorporate some of his older abilities or the Rabbids for his specials. As for the stage, I'm expecting Teen Season Trouble, but I'm hoping for Castle Rock. Monster Hunter. While this may seem like an odd prediction, it's actually well grounded. There's the obvious point that Rathalos is an assist trophy and possibly a boss in Spirits. And yes, while this is true, there are 2 other key pieces of evidence that may hint towards Monster Hunter getting in. The first point is that Monster Hunter received a Mii Fighter costume in Smash 4. This is a big deal because most Mii Fighter costumes back in Smash 4 have been confirmed in Smash Ultimate as either newcomers, Echo Fighters, assist trophies, or even spirits. While it's possible that Monster Hunter will just be a spirit, it's also just as likely that they'll be a newcomer as well. The biggest piece of evidence I have, though, is the fact that the stage that we first saw Rathalos on back in the August Direct still has yet to be shown off as an actual stage. This could mean either it's a stage exclusive to World of Light, or it's a Monster Hunter stage that's going to be put in as DLC. I believe this is definitely a possibility. Banjo Kazooie. This may seem like a dream pick to some, but there is quite a bit of evidence to the point where this is the most likely Banjo has ever been to get into Smash. You could bring up obvious facts like Phil Spencer's tweets, how Nintendo and Microsoft have been playing nice with each other as of late, but there are two things I want to point out that make Banjo Kazooie seem very likely. The not so concrete evidence is that we got a bunch of Banjo Kazooie Minecraft skins on the Nintendo Switch version of Minecraft a while back. While this could mean nothing, it's still important to note that Banjo and the gang are on a Nintendo system after all this time at all, even if it's on a technicality. But the more concrete evidence is the trademark. Back in the good old days of the Grinch leak, one of the more convincing pieces of evidence as to why it was real was that Golden Sun, Rhythm Heaven, Mach Rider, and Banjo Kazooie were trademarked by Nintendo. Mach Rider was probably trademarked for NES Classic or Nintendo Online, doesn't really matter. And Golden Sun and Rhythm Heaven had anniversaries recently, so their trademarks probably had to be renewed. What's interesting, however, is that Banjo Kazooie received a Nintendo trademark. This is a big deal for multiple reasons, so I'll go in depth on this. Banjo Kazooie is owned by Microsoft ever since Microsoft bought out Rare. Now, Nintendo has trademarked Banjo Kazooie as a partner of Nintendo for a game coming out in 2018. So, unless we're getting an N64 Classic reveal soon, which isn't going to happen because Nintendo has stated they've revealed their entire holiday lineup, then he must be in Smash, right? And I'm not even finished either. There's also the fact that King K. Rool got trademarked before he was put in Smash 2. It was a big deal for him because he'd never been trademarked in the past, and now Banjo's had a similar thing happen to him. And the final nail in the coffin is that we know for a fact we're getting Minecraft content in this game. And according to Vertivin's colleague, we're probably getting Minecraft Steve as a DLC fighter, along with the stage and some music. So I find it very hard to believe that Nintendo and Microsoft would talk about Smash without bringing up the heavily requested elephant in the room that is Banjo Kazooie. Of course, as concrete as this merely means that Banjo is absolutely in the game. That doesn't necessarily mean he's a fighter. I swear, if he ends up as a spirit for Duck Hunt, I'll be very sad. Not angry, just sad. Oh, and of course the stage would have to be either Spiral Mountain or the roof of Gruntilda's lair. So that's my DLC prediction. If I had to predict the order, I would say Geno, Minecraft Steve, Rayman, Monster Hunter, and finally Banjo Kazooie. And as a failsafe, I'm going to put on some characters that have pretty good chance that could replace some of my predictions on here should they be deconfirmed anytime soon. Let me know what you guys predict down in the comments below, and while you're at it, subscribe to my channel. If you like this video, check out some of my previous Smash videos at the link here, and click here to vote on what you think I should upload next. Till the next video, goodbye, fellow gamers.